She's pleasant and sweet, but she's full of shit.
I just think that when we're dealing with speech and the First Amendment, I just think we got to be careful. I mean, I have the right to speak my election.
Spoken as a true proponent of the First Amendment, no doubt. The problem is that she isn't. Why is it that she would throw me out of all of her campaign events under threat of arrest? I am a seasoned reporter, reported before I went to law school. For Pete's sake, POTUS doesn't do that. Deval Patrick doesn't do that. And I criticize those guys. Look here, why would it take 2 months to get an answer to my question about the Consumer Financial Protection Agency? And then after all that, then her chief of staff ends up lying and saying that I filed frivolous lawsuits against her. No basis in fact for any of that. So it was indeed a nice day for a ride, so I rode on up the country.
I just want to find out where you stand on the CFPA. Given what happened here with the FRM Ponzi scam, which was, of course, the biggest consumer fraud case here in New Hampshire, then, with the CFPA being kind of in limbo, I'm curious. Consumer Financial Protection Agency.
Who's here, who's a state rep from Franconia. I know that many of you out there also serve, and I just want to thank all of you who are working in your community, and thank you very much for coming out tonight.
She's pleasant and sweet, but she's full of shit.
That's one way to put it. Listen, in the Franconia shooting tragedy, Casey Sherman, Brad Whipple, and I, we had some serious questions too. Look at the location of the spent casings out there on the grassy knoll, okay? Look at the shattered glass inside Liko's car, all right? Look at the windshield bullet right there. All that proves that her hero, Greg Floyd, started shooting at Liko Kenney immediately, and she lied about it and covered it up. Floyd admitted that he started shooting right away, twice, and then she covered that up. It's a travesty of justice. And now she's a U.S. Senator. I know now she knows this is, pretty serious business. Sure. When Senator Ayotte was an AG in New Hampshire, while she was there, she happened to have the misfortune of presiding over the largest consumer fraud scam in New Hampshire history. And that involved mortgage-backed securities, and that was the FRM Ponzi Scam.
Oh, of course, yeah, that's where you look with Ray all the time.
I did have a question. I stopped by your office a while ago to ask about the consumer. She shook my hand and she was talking with me. I just had
I'm just going to say hello.
But let her mingle. And,
that's fine.
And you fill out the form.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
If you have a question, can you wait until then? Would that be right?
Well, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. She spoke to me first. I'm just saying,
No, I know.
So,
I know. But she wants to say hello to everybody as they come in. So.
Well, of course, that's fine.
Okay.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Sure. I just been trying to find out because I stopped by her office it's been about 2 months ago now, and I asked about the Consumer Finance Protection Agency and where she stood on it, and I had a rather nice, professional, cordial communication in her office, and asked about that. And I think it's certainly germane given what happened in New Hampshire, the worst consumer debacle in history with FRM Ponzi. So I'm just kind of curious where she stands on the FRM, where she stands on the Consumer Finance Protection Agency. Okay. But I have not received a response yet.
Okay.
So basically, I wouldn't even be here now if it weren't for that. If she had responded in the last 2 months, I probably would have had my question answered.
Okay.
So it's the same question.
Okay.
All right. Okay,
Sounds
thanks.
good. And you'll wait until you're called for your question, correct?
Well, correct.
Okay.
And if I'm not called, then I'll ask after people are leaving or what have you. But
okay,
we'll see.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Next year, obvious. The public safety legislation, Miranda defied it. Where they get together, the corporations literally write the laws, and often the laws are passed word for word, and look at
I guess I didn't understand Alec to be. I thought it was, I don't know a lot about it, but I thought it was a right
I think there's one Democrat in the group, and everybody else is Republicans.
It's corporate control. So
I don't know a lot about it.
And the point is, corporate money corrupts Democrats as well as Republicans.
Oh, I don't think your oriented. I'm assuming you're talking about the system.
Oh, yeah.
So I just think that when we're dealing with speech and the First Amendment, I just think we gotta be careful. I mean,
Where do you stand on the CFPA? Consumer Finance Protection Agency?
yeah.
Better answer this question, Greg.
I'm willing to give up my consent. What bothers me greatly is that when there's a I would like you to make that straw.
Okay.
Okay, well, say hi to Kelly real quick.
Greg, how are you? This was really kind of you to come out.
Oh, it's not a problem, you know.
And I didn't even get to get all the questions, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, but I just want to leave you my card so that you have
Thanks,
that.
Chris.
And I just want to find out where you stand on the CFPA. Given what happened here with the FRM Ponzi Scam, which was, of course, the biggest consumer fraud case here in New Hampshire. Then, with the CFPA being kind of in limbo, I'm curious.
CFPA.
Consumer Financial Protection Agency.
Oh, okay. It's called this. I'm sorry. I've been
Calling
going by the CFPB Bureau or whatever.
Right.
So I didn't know the acronym.
Right.
I think that it should have more congressional oversight than it has. That's one of the concerns I have about it.
Okay.
So, but that's my biggest issue with it. That the budget isn't approved by Congress. So I just want it to have more oversight when it operates.
So, in other words, it should be strengthened.
It should come back to Congress more regularly than it does. That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's not set up like other agencies to come back to Congress for budget. Its budget is gone through the Federal Reserve, so that's one of the issues I think that needs to be addressed with it. So we should be getting more regular updates in Congress about it and more accountability because we're the ones that have to deal with the issue.
Is there anything on the table right now as far as you're concerned with it?
There actually are, I think, several legislative proposals that would do that. So thank you.
Follow the vote. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, it's 6:03 a.m. and I finally have the answer that I've been seeking for the last couple of months now. And the answer is that Kelly Ayotte, the very U.S. senator who should have had more oversight when she was New Hampshire Attorney General to prevent the FRM Ponzi scam, now wants more oversight over the very committee that could protect Americans from more mortgage abuse. Fascinating. Yeah, and there's more, okay? When I was a licensed title insurance producer in New Hampshire, I notified Kelly Ayotte that someone, the fraudulent company I worked for, had taken my signature. Okay, that ain't my signature. And they put it on a mortgage, all right? This is my signature. Ayotte did nothing.